Birds are flying all around. Some fall and hit the ground. This is where I should belong, inside a simple song, running careless down the line.
Good morning. This is Debbie with Food Prepping channel, and I know it's been a few days since I've been on here, but I didn't know if I'd ever be on here again or not. I have gone through so much stuff. Y'all know Kayla's still in the hospital, and she's in the halfway house, but now she's in the hospital. She's been in the hospital most of this week. She had what they thought was a seizure, but it ended up, we don't know whether she was getting too much medication. We don't know what happened, but she's going back to the halfway house today, and they're changing her medication again, and I'm just having a real hard time dealing with this. It just seems like that these places really don't care about whether they get help or not, and I really want Kayla to come home. And so I had to go to court yesterday, and this dear loving judge gave me 10 days. Needless to say, I appealed it. It took most of my money to appeal it, but I did appeal it, and that gave me to May the 3rd. So I'm just, I don't know what I'm going to do. I've got several people looking, and I'm looking, and my daughters are looking, and the housing supervisor from my insurance company is looking, but I just can't see me. I know I'm old, but I just cannot see me moving into an old folks home. My brain is not that of, where I'm forgetting things, it is, but when I think about things or I do things or whatever, I don't think of myself as senior citizen. I just don't do it, and I don't know if I would fit in with them or not. I just don't know if I would have anything to talk about or whatever in a community like that. So I'm trying to find something else. I don't know what I'm going to do. I really don't. But today, I'm just going to, it's Friday. I go and pick the kids up this afternoon. They'll be with me all weekend, and that will help me a lot, because the judge and the people upstairs are real. I can't even say it on here what I think they are. It was really funny. We got back from court yesterday, and we hadn't even gotten home and sat down before they they brought a what am I doing? They brought a note down here, a letter or whatever, for me to pay the rent. Well, my rent's not even due yet. So I just laughed because I think it's hilarious. But anyway, let me go on. I have got some vegetables today that I'm going to roast in the oven. And the one thing that I'm going to do is I'm probably going to end up having to use 2 pans, because I've got 2 pounds of asparagus and a pound of Brussels sprouts and 2 summer squash, and of course I'll put onions on there, and also it'll probably be 2 pans. So what I do is hold on, I have a prescription ready. Okay, well, I don't know what that is, but I don't know what my prescription is. But anyway, what I'm going to do with this pan is I've got Pam Original Canola Oil Blend, and I'm going to spray that out on the bottom here. got parchment paper. And I'm going to, let's see how I do this. Okay, it's like this. All right. All right, now I'm going to kind of fit the parchment paper down on the, oh, whoops, I didn't. Okay, there you go. Fit it down on here so the stuff won't be roasting on the pan. It'll be roasting on the parchment paper. And then I've got to go in there. I've already washed the veggies, but I'm letting them soak. I mean, not soak, but dry off some in the colander. And I will bring y'all back and we'll cut up all these vegetables. I've preheated my oven to 400. And, I mean, I'm preheating it now. So, let me go get the vegetables and I'll bring y'all back. Okay, y'all. All right, so I'm down to the... doing the asparagus now, and the way that I do my asparagus, I'm going to do it different today, really. I saw somebody the other day cutting theirs up into smaller pieces, and I usually just cut this off and roast the rest of it, but I think I'm going to cut it into pieces and see how that does. And what I do is I get all the ends together down here, and I'm going to cut off, I don't know my measurements or whatever, 2 inches or so. I guess 2 inches. And then, I've washed this real good. And so, then I'm just gonna cut this, and cut this, and cut this. Alright, so it's into 4 pieces. Each stalk is cut into 4 pieces, and I'm going to put it in this bowl. I've got some more over here too. I just got out some, and it probably is going to be with all this asparagus, it probably is going to be 2 pans. All right, so I got it's going to end up being 3 of these bunches. Alright, so make sure you get all the ends together, and then, like I said, about 2 inches. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, now this is my Mason knife. I guess you could, yeah, y'all can see this. I have the 6-inch and the 8-inch. And I do have a link below that y'all can, if you like this knife or want to try out this knife, you can get it through Mason. And I think there's a $20% off discount the first time you order from them. And I've really gotten some good stuff. I have the paring knife, I have the 6-inch knife, and I have the 8-inch knife. And then I ordered it last August, and it just came in a couple weeks ago, the wok. And I haven't used that yet, but I'll get around to it. And I love Mason stuff, but I can't afford the pans or any, the pots or the pans or anything like that, because they're way expensive. But the knives, are not so bad. I mean, I guess they are to some people, but I mean, I wanted a good knife. All right, so here's my last batch, about 2 inches. Put that in the trash, and then go 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so here's all of my asparagus in this bowl. All right, and I'm gonna put canola oil, or do I want the cooking oil, the olive oil cooking oil. I'm going to put that in here, salt and pepper, and let me see what else I want. I think I'm going to try the rodeo ranch. I'll let y'all know when I do it. Right now, I'm just going to let it sit here. Well, I'm going to do this yellow squash, and these don't look so good, but they're not molded or anything like that. So it does have some spots on it, but the spots don't usually hurt it. So I'm just going to cut this in half. And I will tell you that these knives are very, very, very sharp. This is the one that cut my toe with, fell off the table and cut my toe last year on my birthday. And it was 6 stitches. And so that was not good. And they do scare me, but I can't be scared of something the rest of my life. I thought I was going to be scared of COVID the rest of my life, and I am. I will always be scared of COVID because when I had that not this past December, but December before last, that was the worst thing that's the worst thing that ever happened to me. So, alright, so this is the last one. I just cut it in half. Then I'm going to cut each of those in half and cut it into chunks. Alright. And this is going on this one. And then I'm going to do... I got to cut up an onion for this one. Because this has got the squash on it. Alright, so I've got to cut an onion up for this, because who wants squash without onions? Yuck. I don't think, of course, people that don't like onions would want squash without onions. Okay, so there's all that. There's this whole bowl is full of the asparagus and the squash. Not very much squash, but a lot of the asparagus. And I'm going to, I gotta get a towel out and put it down on here and, let's see, mash it down on here and get it as dry as I can. Then I'm going to put it over there. Oh, I'm going to put the oil in it in here. It's a whole lot easier to just take your bowl and shake it around like that and put the oil, spread the oil on your vegetables. So let me get the paper towels and stuff, and I will bring y'all back. Okay, y'all, so I got paper towels. I'm just going to pat down on this, go all around it, try to get as much of the liquid, the wet off of it, water off of it as I can. I let it sit in the colander for about 20 minutes, but I noticed when I picked it up that it was still damp, so... Alright, so that's going to have to be good enough. Alright, so I'm going to put, this is what I was talking about, the Bertolli cooking olive oil. I'm going to put, let's see, probably about 3 tablespoons of the olive oil. And then the onion, this I got at Walmart with the grills, down next to where the grills were. It's onion butter, and it's from the Fire and Smoke Society. It's all-purpose blend, so it's got a triple threat of alliums, minced and toasted onions and scallions, mingled with natural butter flavor, nutritional yeast, and a touch of white pepper. So I'm going to just sprinkle this all over these. Well, if I can get it opened. Okay, there it is. Alright, and this is right here, onion butter, all-purpose blend. And then it was at Walmart. Alright, and I'm just going to sprinkle it. It's not coming out fast, but I think it's because it's so full. Alright, and then I'm going to put, I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of this Badea, but I used to say Badia, but I think they changed it, Badea, something like that, complete. And that's, I'm going to just sprinkle that all on here. And then I'm going to take my bowl, and you take these vegetables, let's see if I can, well, and you like, and see that all the stuff is going on the vegetables. And then I usually will go back on this side and do it. And I'm going to put a little bit of just table salt, Morton iodized table salt on the top here. Probably about 3/4 of a teaspoon, and then I'm gonna get my my black pepper out. This is my favorite pepper grinder, y'all. It's listed below. It's called the Peppermate Pepper Grinder, and I love it. It's right expensive, but I wanted something that I could get the pepper out of and not, see, you just turn it like this, and it's so much easier than those other ones where you got to turn it around. And this one, I got Telecherry peppercorns. That's my favorite, and so I got some of those to go in here. All right, and see, here's all the pepper that I just ground up, whatever, ground. And I just love these Telecherry peppercorns. Oh my gosh, they're so good. All right, now let me get back on here and shake this up some more. Alright, I'm going to put this pan down here and pour it out on there. Oh, it's too much oil, but it'll be alright. So don't do 3 tablespoons, do 2 of the oil, because that is way too much. And I might be able, I think I'm going to be able to push the Brussels sprouts down on here and just use this one pan, because I want to fix some baked potatoes. Well, I can do those in my Ninja Foodie. Alright, so I'm going to, let me get this oil off of my fingers. Alright, so here's my Brussels sprouts. It is 1.5 pounds Kroger Brussels sprouts. If y'all don't have Kroger's near you, I mean, Kroger's has a lot of stores that they're affiliated with, but I'm telling you, I mean, Kroger has the absolute best vegetables of any place, besides like a farmer's market or whatever. But as far as going into a grocery store, Kroger's has, oh, they're just amazing. Okay, so I'm going to cut these in half. And I might cut them in half again. I don't know, these are pretty big. I'm going to have to, I might cut these into 4. But I've got to, it says they've been washed, but it looks like they've got black spots all over. So I always take this first layer off of leaves off anyway. And I'll just peel them off down here. go back, peel it off over here, and that looks way better. And then I'll cut this off, this little end off down here, and then in half. And let's see, maybe I've never done them like, oh gosh. Oh, watch my Brussels sprouts not be any good. Shoot. See, it's black all down in them. All right, let me see this next one. Well, before I even do that, let's cut this off and see. Okay, this one's okay. It looks like it might be easier to do that. Yep, it is. Well, that's good. Well, alright, so there's that, and I guess I'm going to cut this into fourths. Okay, and that's good. Alright, now put these, I'm just going to put these in there, and then I'm going to cut up the rest of the Brussels sprouts, and I will bring y'all back. I'm going to put I'm just going to massage them in with that oil. Alright, so I will bring you back. Okay, y'all, I don't know what I was thinking, but I done cut up this whole bowl of sweet potatoes, and I've got a bunch of sweet potatoes in my vegetable bin in there in the kitchen. And so what I'm doing is I got Amber to cut this. This potato was a big potato, and I got Amber to cut this up because I just don't have the strength to do it, even with this Misa knife. And she makes it look easy, but I just don't have the strength. So what I'm doing with these is I'm cutting them into strips. And then I'm going to put some oil on them. I've got a little pan, the little pan right there. And I'm going to put these on that. It might be too, as many as I've got here. These were 5 little sweet potatoes. But Amber loves sweet potatoes. And I like these when you do them like this and roast them or whatever. I like them for leftovers. They're really good for leftovers. So the kids are coming this weekend, as I said earlier, and I don't know whether they will like them or not. I do want to try to see if I can get Journey and Caden to taste them and see if they like them. And I'm not putting anything on these, but I'm going to put the oil and salt and pepper and brown sugar. I am putting brown sugar on here because I do think that brown sugar definitely goes on sweet potatoes. So let me get out the oil. I'm going to use the Bertolli cooking olive oil again. And I'm going to put... These are probably going to soak up the oil. So I am putting... It might still be too much, but they're going to soak it up. And I've got to put... Oh, this hadn't been opened, had it? Well, has it? All right, this is my brown sugar. I get Domino's light brown sugar. I thought I'd open this, but I guess I hadn't. All right, so I'm going to put a lot of brown sugar in here, because when you roast it, it's going to go all on the bottom of the pan and everything. Alright. So then the salt, just Morton iodized. Alright, and then pepper. And this is just coarse ground black pepper. I can take the lid off of it and do it a whole lot easier. These holes just are not big enough. Alright. And I'm not putting any more seasonings on these. and I'm going to shake it around just like I did. Well, I might. I'm going to have to get out of here, and I got to get this down here and lower than the table is, and shake these and get these on here. And when I get ready to pour them on the pan, I'll bring you back. Okay, y'all. All right, so I can't remember whether I've done this or not. I may have, but I still think I like them roasted better. But we've got half of those potatoes in here in the air fryer, and we put it on 350 for 15 or 20 minutes. What was it, 20 minutes? Yeah, 20 minutes, because it's on 16 now. So we put it on 20 minutes, and I'm going to see how they do with this. And now I'm going to take y'all in the kitchen, because I've got the rest of the sweet potatoes and the vegetables in there, and I need to move the vegetables around or whatever. I'm going to put some bacon on them. I forgot to do that, so let me bring y'all right back. Okay, y'all, and this is what I'm going to put on them. This is real crumbled bacon from Sam's. This is $10 for this 20 ounce, 1 pound, 1.25 pounds. It is ready to eat. It's really good. And I've got to use this because I haven't used it, because I've just had so much going on. So I'm going to put this, sprinkle some of this on here, and get some out with my hands. And don't y'all look at my dirty stove. It needs to be cleaned real bad, but I'm moving, so I ain't worried about it now. So alright, now I'm going to take the tongs and just stir this around. Oh my God, this smells so good! This has only been in for like 10 minutes, so it's got a long ways to go, but I just forgot to put the bacon bits on there, so I'm going to put a little bit more on the top. Oh, I spilled a ton of it. See, that's what it looks like. That's how big the pieces are. Okay. You hadn't done this yet, have you?
No.
Alright, so I will bring y'all back. I just spilt bacon on the floor. So, alright, I'll bring you back. Okay, y'all. You're not going to believe what I did. I was talking to Josh, I think. Yeah, it was Josh. And Kayla's fiance. And I had brought the pan in here with all the vegetables in it. I had that one pan, and I was looking so forward to it. And the pan fell off of the table and in the floor, and everything that I had cooked except the sweet potatoes, which was on another pan, fell on the floor. So we had to get that up, and now all we've got is doing some hot dogs in the air fryer and these sweet potatoes. And alright, so as soon as the hot dogs and all get done and we put this on the plate and taste it, I'll bring you back and let you know how good this is, well, how bad it is, or whatever. Okay, y'all, I'm back. Alright, so this is just a terrible lunch now because I spilled the whole pan of, I don't even want to think of how much money that was. Oh my gosh, it makes me mad. But anyway, here's the sweet potatoes. And let me show you. Well, if if I can get it. Well, and it's got the oil and the brown sugar and salt and pepper on them. Do you like them? Mm-hmm. And Amber likes them, y'all. And here's the hot dogs. I just put them in the air fryer. And that's the meat. I've done told y'all I gotta have a meat with every, except breakfast. And I can eat like oatmeal for breakfast. I love, well, I like gravy and biscuits. But most of the time when you fix gravy, you've got some kind of meat or whatever in the gravy. I love my hot dogs to be brown like this. And then I've just got butter bread right there. I don't have to have bread every meal, but today it was just like a filler. So upset about dropping that. Oh my gosh, that whole big pan. Let's see, it was 2 pounds of asparagus, a pound and a quarter Brussels sprouts, two summer squash, yellow squash, whatever, and onion. A whole onion cut up, and the bacon pieces, and the oil and the spices. So, all right. These are really good. I can't believe that you can fix them in the air fryer quicker than you can roasting them, and they're way better in the air fryer than they are roasting them. So that is something that I did learn today, because I had the air fryer ones were on in this plate, and I had eaten, some of them on the plate, and I'd eaten a couple of those, and then I brought out the ones from the oven, and the ones from the oven weren't near as good as the ones from the air fryer. And this is my hot dogs from the air fryer. So I'm getting better about using the air fryer, y'all. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. Look below for links to my Facebook, my Twitter, and to my Instagram. And also there will be different things that I use in my kitchen that you may want to use in yours. Don't forget about the Misa knife. That link is below. And also to the Peppermate pepper grinder. So y'all have a good weekend, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.